There wasn't a big party on VE Day within the headquarters, I have to say, but there was so much going on around that I suppose everybody joined in whatever anybody else was doing. I certainly remember cycling home to my parents' farm at Swineshead and falling off my bike, and I won't tell you the reason why. But it was, I think it was because I probably celebrated too much.
I know how I celebrated. I was in the control tower, and they heard the news. I simply opened the window and fired 3 very lights. The very pistol, 3 yellow very lights, didn't mean a thing. But that I'd celebrated.
I was on the post at Windsor by chance, pure fluke. We tracked aircraft all day in the normal way, but we were listening to the radio and I heard what had happened, and then we heard that the war had finished, and that prompted us to do something very naughty from Windsor Castle. We fired one of our signal rockets and made quite sure it fell down in the River Thames. We didn't want it to go over the middle of the castle.
VE Day was the 8th of May, which in Helston is a very important occasion. Helston's Flora Day, their annual day when they dance through the streets and so on. Of course, this being VE Day as well, it was a very special day. And I remember being in Helston that morning, and suddenly there was a sound of an aircraft coming from the west, and here was this very low-flying Sunderland. It belonged to the Royal Australian Air Force No. 10 Squadron, which was based at Mountbatten, Plymouth. And that did a wide circle of Helston before proceeding eastwards. I presume it was going around the Cornish coast, flying over all the local towns. I assume so. But it was rather nice to see it then.
Well, our post at St Albans, they had a big sausage and mash supper and a barrel of beer, and they auctioned off a lot of the bits and pieces they'd got there. And I believe they burnt a lot of the papers, but not realising that they were going to go on afterwards for another fortnight at least. And we had a victory march through St Albans, which I did take part in that. And I was very cross because I was the only girl, so I was walking alongside somebody else at the back of the parade. And I heard somebody standing by saying, "I bet she's the cook." And I was so cross.
I enjoyed it too much. I don't think I ever wanted to see it come to an end. I really didn't during the war. I loved it. And it was a great blow to think that I'd got to go back to being an office girl. It really was. I loved doing what I was doing. I don't suppose I had the same emotions as, say, my mother and father, who could see nothing to celebrate, really, because they realised that what they'd lost. I was a teenager, and I tell you, I did live my life to the full. So I not only was really sad that I hadn't got a job, but I went along with everybody else and I enjoyed it as well.